we were just discussing how not everyone can be as perfect as me and Mitch. But,
as much as they try, they'll never succeed.
And then as we went to start recording, batteries were flat on everything and hadn't done anything right. But it doesn't matter. We're still no one's as good as us.
Good.
That's true. So anyway, yeah. How's life?
Good, man. Very good. I'm richer than ever.
That's all the podcast cash you're raking.
Yeah, well, that's it. I'm just rolling in podcast cash.
Sounds awesome.
Shit. All I think about is money, and I always overthink.
Got your mind on your money and your money on your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Mind on my money, and I only overthink.
And you what?
Only overthink.
So we're going to have to go do a stand-up open mic night again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing one. I'm definitely... We're going to do one. I think that one on Wednesdays is probably going again, though, so we can probably do, like, the Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday night's probably better for me, yeah.
Oh, well, that's probably better for me as well.
Sounds awesome. We'll do it.
Well, let's do next
Where's that Wednesday one?
Let's do next Wednesday. The one we went to that time when it was closed.
Wasn't that Friday?
No.
That was a Friday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right, there is a Wednesday. Wednesday does exist.
Okay.
I need to write some shit though. Maybe we can just do my old shit again.
Yeah. I like your old stuff.
Just rerun my... Yeah.
Well, yeah, they haven't heard it.
So, no, you're right. They probably haven't.
But here we are talking about like people actually give a crap about what we're going to say. But I'm keen. I had so much fun doing it.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's fun. It's just fun to like see people that are way worse than us at comedy.
Jesus.
Fuck,
yeah.
Some
people were really good. There were some people there.
Yeah, they were almost as good as us, and then there were people that weren't even close.
There's some people at that open mic night that I was like, wow, they're actually really talented. And
then you ask them, and they're like, yeah, I've been doing it for 9 years.
I just got a really upsetting message from our good friend Aki Rush, because I sent him a message saying, hey, when can me and Mitch ride your backyard track? And he wrote, hello Dale, I'm afraid Rushville has been shut down by the narcs at City Hall, rat bastards. So he's not allowed to have his backyard track anymore.
Send him a message that says poach ?
I'll send him a message that says you're dead to me.
Also poach ? Because we could poach it.
Poach it?
Yeah, like just go there with shovels when no one knows and then just do it real quick.
Oh yeah, I suppose. I just got sent a couple of videos. Let me have a look at this. I just want to look at the videos live on the...
This is Dale watches his phone on the podcast.
Yeah, it's just a couple of clips of Pete.
Oh, Pete riding?
Yeah. Just hopped on his bike, gone, had a bit of a pedal. That clip.
Oh, some little kid asked him if he could do a backflip, probably.
Oh, Jesus. There you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Just like he's never forgot.
Yeah, so your brother got back on a bike and hasn't ridden a BMX for a long time, and there we go. You can see in the video he's doing flares there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad for a fucking weekend warrior.
I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, we really need to ride a dirt bike soon. Well, now that Aki's backyard track's no longer, that was awesome because he's only like 20 minutes from me and like a stone's throw from your mum's joint if your bike happens to be stored there or anything like that. It's fair away from your house, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's only 6 months from my house by horse and cart, so... Yeah, I've got nothing, like, private tracks, I've got nothing going on, like, at all.
Private tracks are fun. I really would love to find somewhere where I can set up even an endurocross track. Like, I've got a couple of mates that have got a bit of stuff in their backyard that can go have a session. My mate Teji, he's got a few logs and things like that. It's nothing that you'd really be interested in, but...
No.
It would be fun.
Doesn't sound it.
But it would be fun to... I really want to ride... Because the main reason I don't want to go ride a proper moto track is I'm not good at moto. So I'd be wanting to go ride it the way me and you ride things when we're messing around, like finding...
Like how I ride a moto track
exactly,
in general.
Yeah. But because,
dude, I don't think I did a lap. The last 2 weekends I haven't done like a proper lap.
But I think the difference is because you can hold your own on the moto track, people don't frown upon you for messing around there.
Dude, I'm bad. Dude, I'm a nightmare at the track, bro. I actually am.
It's good.
Dude, I will like, at Park 4, I like cut across the track where everyone comes on the track and I like deck manual around like where everyone is trying to ride on the track. And then there was like people there, so I was like, I'll just like wheelie around them. So like wheelied around these people like waiting on the track.
Oh, it's the best.
And Boydie must be over there just going, what the fuck is this idiot doing? And then I'll like, I'll like go to like, there's like a ruddy turn and I'll just go inside off the track and then cut back on the track and just jump the jumps and like...
It's so good. Like, I was looking through some old videos the other day and looking at like clips of like deck manuals and that sort of stuff. And I remember I found it was on the corner of a road in the bush, and it was sort of coming down a hill, and there was an embankment on the inside of the corner. It's probably 3 or 4 foot high, so it's sort of just coming out from the top and sort of popping up onto it, and sort of doing like a downhill deck manual around the corner there, and like it leaned in a fair way, so you don't so you can actually carve a bit. You know, you got to mono to turn when you're mono on a moto. You got to lean pretty far to really hook it around and that sort of stuff, especially with a slow speed one. And I'm like, that stuff is just so much fun. I remember I brained myself at Dean's house in his backyard, and I was doing a deck manual, and it had like the tabletop was probably only about 3 feet high, but it was really steep up the side. So I'd been doing deck manuals on the top and just jumping off it to flat because I couldn't really sort of nose in. But then did a deck manual there, and as I went to hop off to flat, I sort of wheel spun a bit and dropped the front, and just basically replicated the same crash I had with you when I was riding the bush, where I landed on my head and bent my collarbone. And I just flipped over the bars, bike landed on my back, knocked the wind out of me and stuff. And I'm like, other guys there are like A-graders, jumping all the big stuff and things like that. Here's me braining myself doing 1k an hour, like literally 1k an hour in first gear, and having like a stupid crash where I'm tangled in the bike and and knocked the wind out of me. I had a sore chest for like 3 or 4 weeks, but I'm like, nah, I don't care. I had fun. It was awesome.
That just reminds me of the time we went to Nearham after work that day. Remember when we found that big like that wall ride?
Yeah, it was awesome. I actually found that photo the other day. It was
just sick, huh?
It's so good. Like stuff like that. Like shit. I know, I want to do. We've spoken about it in the past, but I'd love to do a road trip with like you and Ryan Brown and a couple others, like people who ride different things. And I've got some mates that are like gun enduro riders and stuff like that. And do you know Dylan Rees?
No.
He was a Australian trials champion for years, and then races enduros and stuff. He can just do anything. He rides like Graham Jarvis sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just got that much control. Well, I'd love to do a road trip with a few guys like you guys, and but just sort of head through the bush, like basically head towards Sydney, but via the bush, and just find like when you see like big graded out mounds, and like someone like Ryan would be able to do a flare off something, or like find things, and then there'd be a big wall rides and stuff. Like I've always fantasized about the idea of doing a road trip like that. Did you ever watch, probably before you were really riding BMX, but they had the Props Road Fools?
Yeah, I watched that. On Field TV.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do a road trip like that, like basically like street riding but with dirt bikes in the bush, and not riding tracks through the bush, but just driving through the middle of nowhere, and you just find stuff. Like when we found that wall ride and that sort of stuff, like I knew that wall ride was there, that's why I took you to that spot. But there's so many things like that out there. There's just different lines, and there's so much stuff out there. It'd be really cool. You'd have to have a bit of a plan of attack where you're going to go, but it'd be awesome.
There's a lot of good street spots and stuff. I just want to I just want to figure out a way to just go and do it.
I think electric bikes are going to open that up huge, just because the
fucking menace.
noise.
When I had a Honda CR electric, only a fucking menace.
I've already messaged a mate of mine who works at Honda, and I'm like, I need that. Like when the electric CRF comes out, I want one. Like I won't be able to afford it or justify it, but I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah. We just get a finance deal.
It's just compulsory. And I just look at it, I'm like, it'd be so much fun. Even like, there's been times in the past, like, you know, where I live, like I'll take off down the driveway in the past when they were building new estates across the other side there. I'd chuck my boots and helmet on here and ride out of the driveway and dart across to the other side of the train lines to where they're building new estates, and just find little mounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's too many houses around here now for that. But like, if you got an electric bike, like, yeah, it's not necessarily legal, but I'd have reg on it because I ride in the bush anyway. And I'm like, it's not going to make any noise. If you're not making any noise, no one really cares.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing worse than the sound of a 450 just going...
Or my stupid thing. Ding, 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 ding. Like that just
sounds criminal.
It just sounds illegal.
Yeah.
It just sounds like you should be from like the old Moto Triple X videos or something like that.
LBZ pants.
Did I tell you I've got 2 pairs of LBZ baggies inside?
Fuck off.
I have.
Do you really?
2 pairs of them, yeah. Like,
that's so sick.
Brand spanking new. I've got a blue pair and a silver pair. Like that metallic blue colour.
Oh, yeah.
So one day when I have a nicely restored 90s motocross bike, that's when I'll have to wear those.
They're coming out of the packet.
Exactly. And because I used to always wear LBZ baggies. I loved them.
So stylish.
Well, you know how, like, because I ride off-road stuff, I wear the over-the-boot pants because I like it because the stuff we ride, a lot of water and things like that, it keeps it out of your boots. Your feet actually stay a lot drier. These days I've got what's the Fox off-road ones? They're not freestyle bags.
Legionnaires.
Something
Legionnaires.
like that. Yeah, so I got those, but like...
With the bit hanging off the back over your boots.
Legionnaires hat, pants. But yeah, like, yeah, they're ugly, but so am I, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Oh, I don't really like. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I love 90s stuff. I've watched a couple of, like, rewatched Terra Firma and things like that. It's so cool. Like, most of the guys, like, you look at the pro racers, and they got, like, a backyard track, and it looks like something you'd make with a shovel for a BMX.
Oh, yeah,
like,
man.
There's clips of, I think it might have been Doug Henry riding in his backyard before he broke his back.
I think, Doug Henry's section's sketchy. Like,
it's like, the jumps are, like, 3 foot high, just dirt piles shaped like a sandcastle. But they're having fun. They're having an absolute ball. Like, you can't tell me that those guys back in the day, like Jeff Emig and those guys making those videos in the early to mid 90s, they weren't having almost more fun than what they're doing.
Imagine guys these days doing that shit. Who would do it?
Well, I could picture them.
Anderson maybe. Yeah. Wilson probably would, and then that's it.
And
Roxon probably wouldn't.
The funny thing is, they could.
They could
easily build ghetto little jumps and jumping better than anyone else, but I think it's like kind of like BMX.
The level's so fucking high now. You can't waste time doing that.
Exactly. Like you can't have someone who's on a few $1 million a year contract braining themselves on a 3 foot high jump they built in their backyard. Like,
and then also it's to that level. The racing's like the guys are to that level now that if you waste time riding not training, instead, and then when everyone else is training, you're already losing an edge.
It's like
it's so fucked. Why can't everyone be a bit shitter?
I remember. I don't know if it was how much I really took notice, but I think it was when might have been Red Bull Straight Rhythm or something like that. They were talking to Ricky Carmichael, and he said he never had that much fun riding a dirt bike until he retired. And once he retired, he's riding. Might not have been Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Might have been in like the X Games Real Moto or something like that.
When he did Real Moto.
They were talking about that, and like I just had so much fun. Like had so much fun. Once you retired, you're not training for the next race and that sort of stuff, and
it's the best.
It's just awesome. Like you'd be loving it so much. Like not racing.
I don't even do laps anymore, man. I literally just ride and have fun. That's all I care about.
And it's crazy. Like I think what was good when we were traveling, riding BMX all the time.
Dude, I see people at the track doing laps and I fucking laugh at them.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing?
Like you can get it if they're a top level A grader and they're doing that, but when there's people
when they've got a fucking plumbing van and they fucking roll out pull their plumbing tools out of the way and they fucking have to go to plumbing during the week.
Exactly. When people who are C graders at best and that's all they'll ever be, that's
no. But even dude, A grade dudes are fucking plumbers.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then you're just like, dude, what do you just fucking have fun, dude?
Yeah,
just enjoy riding.
I don't know, and that's why I think
dream's dead.
I ride with a few guys that are like really good enduro racers and that sort of stuff, and sometimes they'd be like, oh, you'd probably be faster if you had like a Kato 250XC or like a 250F or something like that. And I'm like, because I only ride for fun and my bike is really, really fun, it's allowing me to have even more fun than if I was on something else. So because I'm only ever going to ride for fun, why not have the most fun?
Yeah, that's what I always try. I don't care about too much stuff on my bike's obviously sicker than anyone else's.
But you have almost more fun on your 125, which is worth less than the clutch basket on your 450. But you have that much fun on it. It's like
fuck that 450's good.
Oh yeah,
dude, our bike's fucking it's epic.
It's awesome. I want your.
But it's way too good for me.
Yeah.
It's way too good for me. Dude.
So you're batting out of your league when it comes to bikes.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking. Oh shit! I got fucking Pamela Anderson in the 90s going on. It's a bad bitch, that thing.
I don't know. I think
that's fucking Cameron Diaz and Charlie's Angel shit.
Not Charlie's Angel, The Mask.
Oh, you're doing The Mask. Fucking
yes. Woo! And I don't know. I find that like I've ridden with a lot of different people over the years, and you ride with some people who are really good riders, fast racers, and that sort of stuff. But because they're not necessarily having as much fun when they're riding, they don't end up continuing because if you're not really enjoying something, even if you're good at it, you're just going to get over it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think that's why I stopped riding for a few years at one stage when I was about 19 or 20 when I was riding BMX a lot. And I was never good on a BMX, but I was always travelling with my bro and my mates who were all doing really well on the comps. We were always travelling and riding and filming videos and stuff. But I didn't touch a dirt bike for like 3 or 4 years. But when I was younger, I used to try to ride a bit faster and that sort of stuff. But then once I got back on a dirt bike after that, and all I was doing was just having fun. I got back on, like, after not riding for years, on a YZ125 for trail riding. Like, such a dumb thing to do, but I had that much fun. I'm like, no, this is awesome. Like, I really like this. And I think if I had got back on a dirt bike and it wasn't that 125, if it was like a 450 or a 250F or something like that, it would have been like, oh, it's fun, but I wouldn't have been as amped up. Where I hopped on a 125, and I don't care who you are, if you hold a 125 on the limiter, even if you're only doing 3.5 k's an hour, you feel like you're going fast.
Oh yeah.
And that's the best thing, when you actually feel like you're really hooking. You feel like you're having so much fun.
You see that and you're like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just sounded cool.
It's like
you're going so slow.
Remember when CBR 250s were a really big thing? You'd hear them like, going through the gears down the highway, and then you look at it, they're doing like 11 k's an hour. You get overtaken by a grandma in a Hyundai Excel, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, perception's everything. Like, you might be doing something and you think you're awesome. As long as you're happy, that's cool. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean about people who go to the track and they're like serious
like,
about
dude,
it.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so.
But I mean, fuck. What are you gonna do? I mean, if you enjoy trying to get better, it's fine.
The thing is, like, I know the way your brain...
Just be fucking good with mediocrity, man. At best.
Exactly.
Mediocre at
just
best.
Settle.
Fuck
You just gotta settle.
Yeah, just settle, man. You're fucking doing what you do, that's it.
Exactly.
Don't fucking don't aspire to be anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking live your fucking mundane life. Go to fucking work.
Quit
when you're right on
ahead.
the weekend, just accept where you are.
It's so funny.
Deal with it.
I think about things like that all the time, and I'm like, it's like with life in general. Like, I've got a good job and and earn good money and that sort of stuff. And
pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back some more, mate.
But you know what I mean. There's other jobs out there where you can earn more money, you can do these things and get more. It's like, how much do you really need? Like, if you can there's other jobs out there, especially in this sort of industry. I mean, you can really like fight your way to the top with certain things, and it's like, yeah, but then I'll go, all right, well, I'm going to go spend 15 hours a day devoted to that sort of stuff. Like, my job, I'm home between 4 and 4:30 every day. I get hours with the kids every evening. I can do this stupid podcast with an idiot and that sort of stuff. I'm like, if I was working one of those jobs where I'm home 7 or 8 o'clock at night and that sort of stuff, never see the family, never see the kids, never get to do stuff like this and that sort of stuff, I'm like, yeah, you might earn more money, but is it really worth it? And I think it's the same sort of thing, like with people who are racing. It's like, yeah, you might get from C grade to B grade. You're never really going to set the world on fire, and you're probably not going to enjoy yourself as much while doing it because you're that serious about it. So, I don't know. I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah. But even the whole racing thing, I think about it and I cringe. Like, I think about just some fuckwit at scrutineering, like, hitting my spokes with a fucking...
A spanner,
with a fucking screwdriver, saying, oh yeah, your spokes are good, and you fucking just walked your bike through and the muffler's gone, there's a fucking metal rod in the shock, and he's like, missed that, he's flicked your foot pegs and pulled your front brake, and you go, hey, you're good, mate, he's your sticker.
Well, you know how my bikes end up, because just doing like off-road sort of stuff. And having me on them and that sort of stuff. Like, I remember I did the Vic off-roads, and going through scrutineering, they're like, your front number plate's held on with a bulldog clamp, and I'm like, that bulldog clip probably is stronger than the plastic clip that's standard on the bike. The reason it's got that is because the plastic clip for the front number plate had been busted off, so that's why I screwed a bulldog clip to it and screwed it to my top triple clamp. It's probably stronger, but they just look at it and they go, oh, your radiator hose is held to the frame with rope. And I'm like, yeah, it's because it had a cable tie, and the cable tie broke, and the rope hasn't. Like, it's actually better. You don't like it, but it's better. And I don't know. I just
pushed my bike through scrutineering and I took the foot peg off and put it in my pocket and you didn't even notice that.
Exactly. So. The kickstart's flopping around like crazy and that sort of stuff. So I've got to push start the bike. The kickstart's so flopping.
Yeah, it hasn't got a chain on it, dude.
Yeah.
And you kick it and you're worried about my foot peg.
Talking about things that are like not wanting more than what you've already got and just enjoying life. Like I just got a message from Hayley just then. She said, all 3 boys are in bed. Let me know 10 minutes before you finished and I'll cook your T-bone steak so it's ready for me when I go inside later.
Oh,
like,
so
that's good. Like, I like my life. I think it's fun. And
you're running a good dictatorship.
but it's like how like you do whatever you want these days. You'll go to work, you go ride. You might decide on the day, I'll go ride BMX after work because it's nice and sunny. Like if you got your BMX with you, if you got your moto with you, you go, I'll go ride here. Or on the weekend, go do this. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Whereas if you were racing and you were serious about it and that sort of stuff again, you'd be like, all right, well, this weekend I'm racing here, okay.
I'd also be really depressed because I wouldn't be doing any good.
Exactly,
I'd literally be suicidal.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would take it so seriously.
Yeah, because you can just have fun doing it.
Yeah. I've accepted where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was racing, I would not accept that I would be getting my ass kicked every weekend. I'd be fucking so pissed off.
Exactly. And I don't know. It's like I worry about my brother because he's been racing off roads a bit, and he's had some big crashes and stuff. Like he hit a tree and broke a heap of ribs in his collarbone, and had to get.
How's he going? What class is he in now?
I think it's B grade.
B class. What do they have? Expert? Is it expert?
Yeah, I think it's expert. They've got clubman, expert, and pro. So
because he was clubman last year or the year before, was it?
Yeah, and then they put him on to expert. Yeah.
And now, like, does he get like? I don't know. How is it like with like BMX comps where he get like a bit like competitive, or he was alright?
The weird thing with Pete is he was never competitive with other people. He was always just competitive with himself. He'd almost be better doing time trials or something like that, like something that involves racing against the clock. Because he's not like he's never really been like I want to beat this person sort of person.
Oh, I'm psychotic, dude.
Yeah, I know you're competitive. See, I'm not competitive. I don't think I've got any competitiveness in me at all. Whereas Hayley, my wife, she's super competitive.
Yeah, like she like teased a kid about having a dead dad and you were 7.
But like, I was talking to her dad about it just the other day. We were talking about because Hayley's
alive, mind you, so she was obviously rubbing it into that
exactly,
kid.
Yeah. And Hayley's old man was telling me that because Hayley used to do marathon running and that stuff. She was really good at it when she was younger, and she'd get that competitive that she'd beat all the women, and then she'd have her sights set on beating the guys in it and that sort of stuff, and she'd just run and run and run harder and harder and harder until she's almost dying because she's just competitive and has to win. And I've never had anything like that in me at all.
Shit, man.
I don't. Sounds bad, but I just don't care. Like
I'll murder over a bowling game, dude.
That's good. That's why I want to watch you do stand up because I know you'll end up getting competitive about it, and it'll probably work really good.
If I'm in something, I'm like psychotic at it.
I know. I've noticed that.
That's bad, man.
I've known you for quite a few years now, and I haven't noticed that over time. Like I remember even when we went to the stupid indoor electric golf thing next door to.
Dude, I was not letting anyone beat me.
I just couldn't believe that. Like every night, you'd be in there going, "Yeah, I gotta do this. Get my drive on. Gotta do this harder." I'm like, "Oh wow!" I went over there and I like swung as hard as I could, and he goes, "You hit 65 yards, fatty." Like I'm just like, "All right, well, I'm never gonna be good at this."
Dude, and I'll watch. Dude, and the same thing. Like I remember being in there. I'd have my like fucking coronavirus drink. And I'd be like watching the guys, and I'd be like fucking thinking in my brain, I'm like, fuck, do not hit it further than me. Like I'd actually think that in my head, dude. Yeah. I'm the worst.
Remember even when we went go-karting and that sort of stuff, like just I'm competitive. Yeah.
I have to, dude. I'm so bad. I'm the worst.
It's funny. I
take it so serious.
I think I just don't care enough.
No.
I don't know if there's really ever been anything that I've been competitive in. Nerdy when I was younger, because I was a complete dork at school. Like.
Science quiz.
Maths and things like that. Like, I've been really competitive since doing aviation stuff, like in all my exams and things like that.
You just want to fucking prove everyone, like, just want to just stomp the class out?
It's such a nerdy thing to be competitive about, but I really like getting 100% on exams to do with avionics and or aerodynamics stuff. I love it. Like, because Well, this sort of started when I was pretty young, because with maths, there's an answer. So if there's an answer, there's one definitive answer,
which is Allen Iverson.
Yeah, exactly. So
do you know that reference or not?
No.
Allen Iverson, the basketball player?
Yeah, they call him the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that reference. Yeah.
Okay, right.
But
just so you're with us.
Yeah. So
that answer is Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, with every other class at school, it's sort of open to interpretation. Like if it's a creative writing thing or something like that, it's open to interpretation. But with mathematics,
if you spit on the teacher in English, she might give you a bad mark.
Exactly. So if you've
has nothing to do with you.
If you've got a pretty elaborate equation, there is a definitive answer you can get to. So if you know what you're doing, you can get that. So I think I'd always just gone on the assumption of there's no reason why you shouldn't get 100% on every maths exam. If you've learnt the stuff, there's no reason why you wouldn't. And I always got 100% on them because it just shows that you know what you're doing. Like, yes. I don't know. That's the way I see it. What a nerdy way to talk. I don't want to be like that, but I can't help it. That's how I think of it with that sort of stuff. I guess it's like you playing golf. Alright, well, speaking of you playing golf, maybe we should...
I'll tell you, I never get 100% on golf. Or 100% anywhere.
I don't think anyone has ever got 100% on golf.
I've definitely got 100 strokes in a game of golf. Which is not good.
Can imagine. Yeah, I've never played golf. I've gone to a driving range a couple of times, but went to a driving range with father-in-law and a couple other people a while ago, and they're like, come down and have a play and have a go for like 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm like, this is so boring.
Dude, cricket season's over in 2 weeks, and I'm fucking getting back into golf.
Really? Oh, there you go.
Cricket season's finally over. It's been since October.
Yeah.
And we lost on the weekend, which fucking may have ruined our finals chances.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 weeks left.
Oh, jeez. Well, like when I went to the driving range, I'm like, I've had rally cars and had ridden dirt bikes and ridden BMX and downhill mountain bikes and stuff. I'm like, I find the act of golf so bloody boring. Like, I can understand...
You put yourself on a pedestal, Dave.
No, not even, not even that. No, like the fact that it's just seems so slow. I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's probably the best part about it. You actually can concentrate and things like that. But I don't know, it just seems weird.
Oh, it makes you fucking insane, dude. It's the best.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing with someone who you think you can beat at golf, and they start hitting the ball well, and you start hitting the ball terribly, and then you just fucking dig yourself into a hole of depression.
It actually reminds me...
It's the best, dude.
My mate Ian, he became really obsessed with golf at one stage.
It happens,
really
man.
Obsessed. And he's the sort of person that... I don't know if I told you about this. No, I wouldn't have told you about this one. He's like you, he gets really fixated on becoming really good at things. And he started racing, he bought a go-kart and just got the lap timer thing and was just getting really competitive with like trying to break down the segments in the kart track and like get faster and faster. Anyway, he played some, he'll get annoyed at me calling this, played some Formula 1 game or
a racing simulator.
It's a racing simulator,
yeah. Fully into it.
Well, he bought it, he played it at his mate's house. And then he bought it at home, and then bought a steering wheel, and then built the setup. And within about 3 weeks, he spent $15,000 on this simulator.
Yes.
His steering wheel was like $4,500, and he said it's got enough torque for force feedback that if you hit a wall and you've got your thumbs hooked through the steering wheel, it'll break your thumb. Like the force feedback is like, and he said the worst part is he is up at 5 a.m. for work. And he said the amount of times he's gone to bed at 3:30 in the morning because he just can't get off it.
And everyone's in America playing it, so you got to be up when they're
exactly.
Yeah.
And he said he's got a kid, doesn't let his kid anywhere near it, and that's like, nah, this isn't a toy. But
it's a way of life.
Like he was really passionate about golf for a while, and it probably appeals to that sort of person. Where I've never been competitive enough to care about things like that.
Yeah.
So probably the right sort of person. For the right sort of person, golf is perfect. So
yeah.
But for me, I just found it boring.
You got to spend more time doing it.
But that's the thing. I can't enjoy.
When you start seeing progress, you just get addicted to it, man.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh. Anyway, enough talking about
better
golf.
than be addicted to meth, right? Cream
Crema
Ninja Warrior, baby.
Woo! All right. Well, this has been fun. I don't know. Have you got anything
How are we
else?
on for time? What are we up to?
We're up to 29 and a half minutes. Just about tick over 30 minutes. If I turn it off now, I don't have to splice the videos together. So
Cool.
I think we're done.
Oh, wait, psdownward.com.au.
Pitch 2020.
Yep.
25% off.
25% off, baby.
Cheers. Woo!